Hello everyone, Emily here. We are going to make a pair of slippers today. I'm making them for my grandson. He's just a little over a year, and you can make these bigger using more stitches. So we're just going to do the one for the little guy today. I'm using red. You need two strands together, so I took my red heart yarn and I made a ball. And then I took the one from the ball and the skein together and I made another ball with two strands just to make it easier for me. My hook is a size J, which is a size 6. So I'm just going to do a slip knot. And I have to tell you, I did not make this up. I want to say thank you to Hectaguna1. She does crocheting, knitting, jewelry, crafts, and cooking. And she published this on June 11th of 2020. I came across it and I thought, I really want to make a pair, so I wanted to show you and share with you. As this is the first time that I've seen this pattern, and she posted it in 2020, so maybe you haven't seen this. So I am going to chain 19. And just going to grab your yarn and pull it through. And since I did put my yarn together, it is working up a lot easier than if I had two separate skeins of the red. And I talk and I can't count and talk. Right, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I'm not going to go into this. I'm going to count to 1, 2, and I'm going to go into the third stitch. I'm going to do a double crochet. That chain 2 does count as a double crochet. So now you're just going to go all the way across, double crochet. Now this is going to be the top part of your sock, the border top. So we want to do this 5 rows of this, just single crochet back and forth. Okay. This is working up pretty quick. It's nice and thick. Gonna have to make me a pair of these. My little grandson, his name is Archie. Isn't that just cute? He turned a year last September, and he's walking. His mother bought him some cowboy boots, and he wears them over here in the mud at my house. And she also bought him some slippers at Walmart, and they were on the sale rack for $1, and she got one pair, and they're made out of fleece. And I told her, you better get more than one. And she goes, I don't even know if he's going to like them. Oh my gosh, he loves them. He likes to wear them when they go to pick his brothers up from school. They're just nice and warm. They did have a really nice bottom on them, and he just loves them. So I thought I'll make him a pair of these and see if he loves them just as much. So when you get to the end, you're going to chain 2 and turn. Like I said, this first one is going to count as a double crochet, so you're going to yarn over. And you're going to go into your next, or your first, whatever you want to call it, because there's your double crochet in the very next one. So we're going to do this back and forth a total of 5 times. You could change your colors if you wanted to each row. I've chose to do this one in one color, the top part of my sock or slipper. I don't think Archie knows what his favorite colors are, but the slippers that he has now are blue, that he loves. He has the cutest little thing ever. So we're going to get to the end here. And we're going to go in that last stitch from that chain 2. We're going to go into that top stitch. There we go. Chain 2. So now I have 2 rows and we want a total of 5. So just go ahead and do this again. 3 more rows for a total of 5. Okay, so I did my 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to change my color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this dark blue. It kind of looks purplish, but it's dark blue. And I'm going to do a slip stitch. I'm going to put it on my hook. And I am just going to go ahead and go right into this very first. And when I sew it up, I'll get rid of all of these tails. Well, let's see here. We need to do something here. Here I am again without a pair of scissors. Here they are. I think I did that in one of my other videos, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut this. Take my blue yarn and my slip stitch. Just going to take it into this very first stitch. I'm going to grab it and bring it through and take it through the stitch on my hook, pull it tight, and I'm going to chain 1, and we are going to go across doing a single crochet. So we're going to go right into that next stitch and bring through our 2 strands. I did the same thing with this one. I have them together on a ball and take it through the loops. So we're just going to take and do a single crochet all the way across. Don't forget that chain 2 does count as a stitch, so you're going to go on the top of that chain 2. I'm going to chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to crochet single stitches, but we're only going to go in the back loops. So here's our first stitch. We're going to go right in the back loop, do a single crochet all the way across. You can see the V here. It's pretty easy to see the V, and you're going to go just in that back loop. Okay. Just go in the back loop only. Having this ball with both strands of yarn is making it a lot easier, I gotta tell you. Now you could change your colors every row if you wanted to, but I'll be doing the rest of my slipper in this color. So I'm only going to be using 2 colors. Go in this last stitch. There go. Alrighty, so we're just going to go ahead and looks like I almost missed this one here. I'm going to do my back. There we go. Okay, so let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And so we're going to chain 1. We are going to do 5 slip stitches, which means you go under both strands. You grab the yarn through, and then you take it through the strand on your hook. Bring it through, take it through. And this is a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we are going to do single crochets. We are going to do 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, we better just do, well, we're doing 8. Okay. So we are going to chain 1, and we are going to do a single crochet in each one of these single crochets across, and we're going to do that 7 times. So we're not going to do anything with the slip stitches, okay? I do not want to go into those slip stitches. So you have a part here and you have some here. We have our 8 in the middle. I'm going to chain 1, turn. Remember that your chain 1 does count as a stitch. And we're going to do this 8 times, or 8 rows, excuse me. So do 8 and we'll be back here again. 8 rows, and I am going to end this here. I'm going to use the same color, but I want to end it here. I'm going to tie my slip knot. Tell you it's still cold here in Des Moines, Iowa, and we even had snow flurries today. So we're going to be working the bottom, the sole. Okay. So we're going to start in this corner over here. I'm going to put my yarn on my hook. I'm going to do a slip stitch here. Going to take it through both loops, pull it tight. I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a single crochet all the way around, but when we get to this corner here, we're going to do 2 double crochets and 2 over here. So let's go ahead and do that round. Remember, this first one will count as a stitch. So we're just going to go ahead and go all the way around. I hope you can see this okay. This is a really dark color. So just go right in there on the sides. Remember, I have 6 cats. I did go somewhere yesterday, and I went to my therapy appointment, physical, and we were talking, and I told her I had 6 cats, and she said, "Oh my God, you don't even have any hair on you." I'm like, "Yeah, I have to wash my clothes, I have to put them away, I have to keep them locked up under keys, lock and key." They get hair everywhere. So I'm here at the corner. I'm going to go right in here. Excuse me. And then right here in this first stitch, I'm going to go into it, and I'm going to do 2 double crochet or 2 single crochets. Now we're going to go across, and we are going to do that in the other corner. Right here. And we're just going to go all the way down to the very end. I have not made one yet. This is my first one. I like to do my first one on camera with you instead of practicing. You know, we all make mistakes. We all need to do redos, and we know that our first one never comes out as good as our second. Well, at least for me. And I'm going to make sure I get that last stitch. So this is the toe, or this is the top of the foot right here. Alrighty, so now we are going to do 4 more rows. So I'm going to chain 1, and we're not going to be increasing. We're not going to be doing 2 here. We're just going to be doing 1 in each stitch. So that single crochet does count as a stitch here. So we're going to go into the next one. And we're going to go around 4 more times. Just doing single crochets. Like I said, here in the corner, we're not going to increase. So we're not putting 2 in anything. We're just doing 1. And it's going to start curving in, like for the foot. I'll try to vary that a little bit. Not increasing at all. So I went around 2 times. You can see it there. It looks really good. And we're going to start on the bottom. Alrighty, so I chained 1 and I turned. Now we're going to work single crochets in the back loops only. Remember, this first one does count as a stitch. So we're going to go in the back loops and we're going to do a single crochet in each stitch all the way across. Working in the back loops. You can see the V there. Using 2 strands, it's making it very thick. I think I could have even used a bigger needle. I'm here at the end. I'm going to chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to go through both loops. Then we're going to sew our project together. So this does count as your first stitch. So we're just going to go under both loops, this one, and go all the way across. So go ahead and go all the way across. Okay, so now we're ready to sew it together. And get my needle here. Okay, so I am going to cut this enough so that I can sew my bottom. Take it through there, and I'm just going to make a little knot. Thread my needle. I love to use these plastic needles. And you know what? I think I'm just going to sew it with 1 strand. So I'm just going to sew the bottom together with this blue. And then when I get to the top, I will, I should have started up there. And while I'm sewing it together, I'm going to make sure I cover all these ends up. Put them together, and I'm going to start up here because I want to make sure my red and my blue match up. I'm just going to sew right through, match it up, bury all those strands. First one I'm just going to do 2, get it started, and the same one. And now I'll just carry on. This really is blue, but in this light it just looks so purple. I did use purple in some of those other blankets, but this is a whole new skein. And I did take my blankets to the pet pantry today, and they said thank you, that they would use them, so I was really happy. Stacy texted me today and said that she is starting another pet blanket. Now, Stacy, bless her heart, I think her blankets are huge. I think they're like the size for a baby blanket. And she crochets so beautiful. Her her stitches are so tight. So shout out to you, Stacy. And she does not watch my videos all the time. She's busy crocheting and doing other things. But she crochets beautiful, and she makes the nicest pom-poms. So now here on the bottom, I think I'm just going to go through the front and then the back on the other side. The back one of this one and the front side of this one. And you can see it. See the V here? I'm going to go in the front of this one and the back one of that one. That's what I'm going to do. See my V on this side, I'm going to go in the back and then go in the front. It might be easier to say I'm going to go through the 2 closest ones together. So I'm going to go through this one and this one. This way when he walks on it, I really don't want him to feel anything running down the middle of his little foot. Now these are the colors that I chose for mine. But you could always do different colors, variegated. You could just do a lot with this pattern. Let's get this done, and then we will do the back of the leg part. And I'm going to tie this in a knot here with this. I don't want to do a regular tie one. And then I'm just going to bury it. And then I'm going to turn around and go back this way just a little bit. And my foot is done. And that looks so nice. I'm so happy with the way that looks. Isn't that cute? So now I'm going to get my red. And I just need one strand of the red. I should have left enough to sew that, but I did not. And I was thinking I would wait and save this to post after I gave him to him so I can show pictures of his little feet in them. But I think I'm going to give these to him for Easter. And so I'm sorry I won't be able to show you his feet in them today. But I will try to make sure that I get a picture with his little feet in them. So I'm just going to tie a knot. And then I'm just going to bury that tail. I apologize. My stomach is making noise. It's telling me it's lunchtime. And I'm not hungry. Don't you hate that when it happens? It's just telling me it's lunchtime. And I'm just not hungry. I don't need any more calories in my body. There we go. So just continue to do this. Just put it together and sew it where you see fit. And this is a little stretchy, not too stretchy. And I don't know about everybody else out there, but the ants are so bad this year. It's been, we got a lot of rain last night. It's wet out there today. And oh my goodness, those ants are just trying to make a home. Yeah, they drive me insane. They don't bug me or freak me out. But we got a lot of ants here. You know, you could do some really cute little patterns with this. Like put a face on it, put buttons on it. There's a lot you could do with this. Just to make the pattern your own. I am pretty happy with the way it is. I'm going to call these his fireman boots. Tie a knot right here. Oops. Go through there. Tie it tight. Oh, those are cute. Aren't those adorable? Just bury this. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on these little slippers. The adult ones, of course, have different sizes. And they're pretty much the same. You just add stitches. Wow. And that worked up really super fast. So I am going to make another one to match. If his little foot was in here. Oh yeah, that's going to fit his little foot. Definitely. Well, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Give this a try. This is really cute. And I will be back soon. And you guys have a great day. Bye.